by Tyler Chan, and I'm going to give his introduction because he's actually been working not on this speech but the content of the speech all semester. He's been designing a website for our club, and he's going to present that website tonight. So I'm actually very excited to hear from him. Thank you. Come on up, Tyler.
All right. So before we begin on the main project that will be discussed in the speech, I got to give a little history lesson of our club. So, originally in August of 2015, this man over here, Alex Matthews, well-dressed, always in a blazer, this man who created this club. And back then, it was a group of just 12 students and locals in Athens. And because of that, it was very flexible and easy to communicate between club and its members. So Alex created a Facebook group to have this communication between his members and the club, because everyone was already on Facebook, everyone was checking out all the time, it was free. And also because it's very easy to message people one-on-one, because there's no need for phone numbers or emails, because there's Facebook messaging. And also, he put all of the club database on Google Drive because it was on the cloud. Once again, it's also free. And then, also all members in the club can access our resources, our flyers, membership information, and also our membership statistics. So, from 2015 to 2016, everything was working well, everything was good. And as the club grew more and more and more, people graduated and new people came in, Facebook became a little convoluted to use. And also Google Drive was a blur for a lot of people. So as you can see, this is our current Facebook page right now. And we have 142 members, which is a lot more than the 12 we started with in 2015. So as you can see, it gets a lot pretty convoluted as more and more people put stuff onto the wall or the timeline, and less people see it actually. So as you can see, only 17 people saw it, and an hour ago when I checked it was around 30, which is not too bad since it's made up of 142 people who graduated and people who transferred out. Yeah, that's you. But that's still less than around 25%. And also, people can't really find our group unless you go to Google and type very strategically or very specifically for Student Toastmaster, UGA, Facebook, things like that. And also, it's very hard for people to find information unless you're already in the group. So a lot of the times, 90% of the times, we have to manually put people into this group for them to even get initial information. And also, all of our social media and Google Drive, all of our resources are right here in the See More. In order to see our most basic information for every meeting, we have to go open that and then you'll see it. So a lot of people miss it. So all these things accumulated over and over is what's making people a little lost with this system, and why we think we should probably grow to a new main hub for this club. So I'm going to go over a little more top-down view of this process in general. So first, if you want to look for information at our club, you start here. But first, you run into one barrier, so this exclusive gateway for an MIS native. So first, you have to have a Facebook account to even access our club information, which is very limiting for people who don't have Facebook. Everyone can have Facebook, but not everyone checks the data. So that's the first step. That's one barrier. Second barrier, do you know our specific name? Because some people have told me, Tyler, I haven't found your Facebook group on Facebook yet. And then I'd ask them, what do you put in the search bar? They say UJ Toastmasters. I'm like, oh no, we're Student Toastmasters at the University of Georgia. And that's a whole other problem. So do you even know our actual name? So no, they go nowhere. So the process ends there. And then the third step, are you already in the group or do you know someone in the group? Because without access or a acceptance to this group, you can't even manipulate our information. And then finally, once you are accepted in, or you're pressed through, or someone brought you in, you can finally read our information and retrieve the info you need. And then the process ends. So that got me thinking, there has to be an easier way to get from step A to step D without going through all these other steps before I step E. So without going through all these steps, streamline something, make it more efficient. So that's where this comes in. The smooth operators. So this is my group in project management. It's a group of 4 MIS majors and myself. And we decided to make this our semester-long project to create a website for our branch. So this is the group that's me. And then we have a former student Toastmaster also in the group, Jacob Jang, over here. So he also knows a little bit of background about the club as well. He was there in 2015, 2016. So here are the main issues that we figured out from talking to members, talking to officers, and also just analyzing the process itself. See, these are the 4 main issues, is that it's not very easily accessible to people outside the club or new members. And then even if you're in the club, it's sometimes just hard for you to find information in general on the Facebook group. And also, it's not future-proof. So let's say we get to 600 members eventually. Then it just gets crazy. It's just going to be there's information everywhere. No one's going to know what everything is. People won't check on updates. So we have to make sure we're protected on that. And also, Facebook controls a lot of the layout in that scenario. And then also, more and more people coming in, then people just start checking the Facebook group less. And also, Facebook's becoming a little less hype in our generation, as I've slowly figured out too. So, this goes down into how we broke down the project into a work breakdown structure. We have 5 main tasks that we broke this project into to help organize and make sure that this project finishes throughout the semester so that we can have it go live in 2018 in January. So first, initiate the project. Simply, should we do this project? Is it go or no go? And then I was like, yeah, go. So then you have plan project. That's where we talk to officers and members and former members to see what they liked about the Facebook group, what do they like about the potential for a web page or their own website, and also what didn't they like about the Facebook group? What limitations were there that they wanted to see brought into a website, and what things did they want improved from Facebook? And also from using Google Drive and also bringing our social media more into one unit, one web page, rather than jumping around from window to window, tab to tab. So that is our kind of general structure of how we laid out everything for the semester. And then here is the kind of background for the website itself. So we manually coded everything ourselves. We didn't want to use templates such as Squarespace or anything like that. We're a lot more old-fashioned. Also, I think we had to do this for a grade. So, and also it's cheaper because we get to control everything that happens. So this is one feature that we're going to add, or we actually implemented already and it's good to go, is a calendar so that people know when every meeting is, what every meeting is for Wednesdays for supplementary meetings, and where they are and what they're about. So that is all manually put in. And also here's more background behind the scenes code for what else will lie within the website itself. It's kind of confusing, but these are all links directly to, for example, Facebook right here, we've got YouTube right here, direct links. And then here is a mock-up of the site for what it will look like right now. And then after styling it over time, and hopefully debugging and fixing links throughout this month, we'll have it live by January. So, this is a very good idea in theory, but there are some issues that we discovered by going through this process. First, cost. You think it's free to host a website until you actually try to host a website. First, you have to put a website on a server, and per month, servers can be expensive. It can be roughly $6 a month to $9 a month. And for our dues, that takes a huge hit if we were to maintain that. But luckily for us, we managed to stumble upon a Black Friday deal, and we got the server for a year for $12. Nice. So that's for the first year. So that's one thing, and then we'll test throughout the next year to see whether it's actually working and whether people like it. Secondly, maintenance. So right now, we're working with a group of MIS students. However, if, say, our generation graduates, we don't know if someone else who maybe is a MIS major, a CS major, can step in and also continue to maintain the website. Because also we update information on that manually as well. So if, say, 8 years from now, there's no tech-savvy people in the group, then the website might look really janky or outdated. So that's another problem. And also just pure uncertainty whether or not this website will work. So hopefully it does. And I'm glad you guys are giving some well receptions to the website. So hopefully you guys enjoy the website next year. We'll have it live in January hopefully. And in about 6 months maybe, I'll have another update speech to tell you guys progress. Thank you.
really love it. I'm really excited to see it come alive. Now, the codes threw me off, but it looks good. So again, you guys know what to do. There's an evaluation slip. I think we had someone just slip in. If you would just provide feedback for the second speaker on how well you think that speaker did. Any suggestions or feedback you can have would be great. And give you guys a few minutes to do that.